FM Lagos, your number one family radio station. Welcome to the Monday edition of ROAD to Wembley with SunTrust Bank, your number one guide through the Euros. My name is Leye Adulujo and I'm joined by Anthony Ajulu and Bode Bruno. The show is proudly sponsored by SunTrust Bank. We'll be rounding up all the action from the weekend in the Euros. Champions Portugal are in some trouble after suffering defeat against a very, very impressive German team. Spain are also flirting with elimination after back-to-back draws for the Spanish Armada. Not looking good at all for the Spaniards. No such problems though for the Italians. 3 wins from 3 clean sheets from 3 matches. The Azzurri looking the part at the Euros this year as they move into the round of 16. Group B comes to a climax later today. Group C also, we'll see the likes of Netherlands and Belgium in action. We'll be talking about all the key matches scheduled for today on this edition of the show. And of course, away from the field, the on-field action, we have a trivia of the day. We'll be asking a question. If you can't find an answer to that question, you'll be having your SunTrust Bank account credited with some decent money. So if you don't have an account, I advise that you should go ahead and open one. Very, very easy to get an account. All you have to do is to dial *5230# on your mobile phone, and you'll be able to get your SunTrust Bank account within a couple of minutes. Again, the USSD code is *5230#. We've already had some winners. People are already testifying to the goodness that they are enjoying. Of course, SunTrust Bank Fan of the Week was live in the studio on Saturday. Oluwatosin Anthony was live. A pleasure having him around, and it was mesmerizing us with some wonderful analysis, making myself and Anthony look like rookies on the job. So well done to you. He also got himself some nice goodies from SunTrust Bank. The good news is that it's a brand new week and the competition is very much on again. All you have to do if you want to be the SunTrust Bank Fan of the Week is to send us a message on WhatsApp. Just let us know, hey guys, I want to be your SunTrust Bank Fan of the Week, and then on Wednesday I will collect all the entries and make an announcement on Thursday. The winner will be joining us live this Saturday on the special Saturday edition of ROAD to Wembley from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. So we had our first winner on Saturday, Oluwatosin Anthony, joining us live in the studio. It could be your turn this week. All you have to do once again is go on WhatsApp and let us know. Tell us that you like to be the SunTrust Bank Fan of the Week, and of course your name will enter our hat. And then on Thursday, we'll announce the winner of that particular competition. So welcome again to the show. Remember, you can get across to us at any point in time. Send us a message on WhatsApp. Let us know what you have been making of the action from the European Championship so far. Let's begin this edition of the show by rounding up all the results from the weekend. Of course, on Saturday, we saw France and Hungary play at a 1-1 draw. Germany beat Portugal by 4-2, and Spain were held to a 1-1 draw by Poland. And then on Sunday, Italy beat Wales 1-0, and Switzerland piled more misery on the hapless Turkish team 3-1. Anthony's dark horses have successfully ridden out of the tournament, and a very poor tournament by the Turks. They are out of the competition. Let's begin our analysis from Saturday's action. Anthony, we saw Germany pick up their first 3 points of the tournament. Very impressive. They were against the Portuguese. They won by 4-2. And all of a sudden, Group F is looking very, very open. It's all to play for heading into the final group matches. France, of course, with 4 points. Germany have got 3 points. Portugal have also got 3 points, and Hungary have 1 point. All 4 teams can still qualify, and of course, there's a prospect of Portugal potentially crashing out of the Euros in a couple of days' time.
Absolutely, which will be quite surprising, if you ask me. But it's down to how they've played. Yes, they got past Hungary in their first game, but I think everybody agreed that it wasn't their best performance, and they only came to life towards the latter part of that game as well. They labored for much of that game, and then it was some of the same against the Germans. And we did say here that if they come up against a team that has some kind of quality, a team that can be a bit ruthless on their day, they're going to struggle, and that's what the Germans showed. The Germans came on the front foot, but the Germans are not the sort of team that will knock the ball around. They get the ball and they just quickly want to move forward with it and make something happen with the ball, and that's what they did. And the Portuguese, for a team that prides itself on being solid defensively, they're all over the place at the back. Ruben Diaz, Rafael Guerreiro, all of them were quite poor at the back. And I think it's down to the fact that if you invite the kind of pressure when you're facing a team like Germany, you cave at the end of the day. I remember after the first game against France, Bode and I did say that the Germans could have used some pace with Timo Werner and Leroy Sané, but That was not the case against the Portuguese. Pace was not the answer. I think Joachim Löw got his tactics right. It was not pace that would have sorted out the Portuguese. It was some intricacy and some cleverness in attack that would have sorted them out, and that's what they got at the end of the day with the likes of Thomas Muller and of course Kai Havertz. But for me, the star of the show had to be Robin Gosens out on the left.
Brilliant.
He was all over that left flank. Nelson Semedo was just, we're having nightmares about him all through the week as well. So good performance from the Germans, poor from the Portuguese.
All right, good performance from the Germans, but not many people fancied them heading into the tournament. I know I asked this question last week, and you guys were like, "Nah, we don't think they're really that good." But having seen the way they took apart Portugal, the champions, are we changing our minds regarding the Germans? Have you seen enough to suggest that maybe this German team can go all the way? Remember, they are Germany after all, and they have history of going very far in this major competition.
One thing I noticed those that played the final in the second round of matches, I did figure out that some teams have started slow while some are beginning to pick up at the moment. And for the Germans, the way they took out Portugal, again, I was a bit surprised with Portugal. Let's have surprised the way Portugal approached at the game, but full credit to Germany. They knew they had to get all 3 points, and they did what they had to do. And I was so glad to see that. I was so happy to see that Joachim Löw actually, looked at the mistakes from the first game and actually made adjustments. And if the Germans go ahead to play like they did play against Portugal, I think there should be one team to look forward to going beyond just a round of 16.
So are you going to put them into that group of potential winners of the title? I like the Germans. I don't know why. I just have a good feeling about them.
I think like you said, the Germans, they're a tournament team. I said as much at the start of the competition that they're a tournament team. They have a way of, finding their rhythm when a tournament comes along. And maybe I wouldn't put them at that upper level of teams to go on to win, but maybe the next level. Personally, I'd put them above England. True. In the ranking of teams who can go on to win it. Italy have been impressive. The French are still there as well. I think they're still up there in terms of teams that can go on to win the Belgians as well. I think after that level, then you have the Germans as well, given how well they played against Portugal.
Big match coming up in a couple of days. France against Portugal. Early call.
France to win.
That means Portugal could well be leaving the competition in the next couple of days. Interesting. We'll definitely be talking about that in subsequent editions of Road to Wembley with SunTrust Bank. Let's move to the Spaniards now. And the same old problem, but Bruno, plenty of possession, plenty of passing and movement and nice touches all over the pitch. But when it comes to actually putting the ball in the back of the net, the Spaniards have been found wanting in this competition. That was exactly the case against the Poles again.
Yeah, same problems, and you would wonder why Luis Enrique decided to drop a few players, a few Madrid players would have, in one way or the other, either the
personally, I think Isco and Marco Asensio
would have added some heights,
regardless of what kind of season they had. Isco and Marco Asensio, and I said it. I'm not speaking with the benefit of hindsight. I remember I said it when the squad was announced. I don't understand how a player like Isco or Marco Asensio, for that matter, wouldn't make the Spanish squad.
And it wasn't like Alvaro Morata was also, outstanding last season. So there's been a lot of questions, and if the Spanish team do crash out, because I think they might eventually crash out with the way they're playing, they're not scoring goals, and it's a big problem. I think a lot of questions should be asked from Luis Enrique, because the quality, you've left them back home and you've gone ahead to go to a competition with little or known players. For Spain, they struggled against Poland, like we noted, and they will need to make serious adjustments in order to make it through the group stage.
Yeah, and the good thing is that they still have a chance to qualify. Of course, if they beat Slovakia in their final group match, they will qualify. But having seen them against Sweden and Poland, I don't think anyone is particularly confident in the chances of the Spaniards beating the Slovakian national team. We'll talk about that on the day of the match, but let's move on very quickly. Matches played yesterday. Italy beat Wales by 1-0. Italy are winning all 3 matches without conceding. 11 straight wins for the Italians now without conceding a goal. They are looking very, very good.
Record 30 games,
32 goals scored.
And Switzerland also beat Turkey by 3-1. But let's talk about the Italians. They made some changes to their squad yesterday, but you couldn't really pinpoint any particular weakness. I mean, you had Bernardeschi, Federico Chiesa, Andrea Bellotti. That's a good enough front three to start in an Italian team. That shows you the depth of this Italian squad and the quality that they have brought to this competition.
Before the game,
and there's Verratti, by the way, in midfield also.
Well. They asked Chiellini, the captain, that they're going to make changes. And he said that it might be a different cast, but it's still the same script. That's what he said. And that's what we saw from Italians. Yes, it was 1-0, but it could have been more. because they really never went out of second gear. They were just comfortable all through. They knew they had the number of the Welshmen. They knew they didn't have to exert themselves in any way, shape, or form. And that's what makes a good team. Plug and play. You take out somebody else, you put somebody else in, and it's just the same performance at the end of the day. Chiesa was the man of the match officially from the organizers. It was excellent. But for me, I thought Marco Verratti was brilliant in the midfield, making things happen. It was his assist that led to the goal from Pessina. Pessina was not even supposed to be in the squad in the first place. He was brought in after an injury.
I think Lorenzo Pellegrini, or was it Sensi that got injured?
I think it was Sensi, actually. Stefano Sensi got injured, and then Pessina came into the squad, and look at how well he's playing as well. So it's a really good Italian squad, and I'd be shocked if they don't go on to win.
Yes, well, I won't go as far as saying I'll be shocked, because I still think there are some really good teams left in the competition. France, Belgium are still very much in there, and but Italy will take on the team that finishes second in Group C in their round of 16 match, and it could well be Ukraine or Austria. Italy will go in as favourites surely to qualify. The match, by the way, will not be played in Rome, so that could be a problem for the Italians. They've played all their 3 matches so far at the Stadio Olimpico. The match will be played in London, the round of 16 fixture between Italy and anyone that finishes second in Group C. How could that change in venue and maybe the opposition affect the Italians in that one?
Leye, for a team unbeaten in 30 games, it seems like they played all 30 games at home. So I think the Italians right now, they are oozing in confidence. It doesn't matter the team you put right in front of them. They seem to have an answer to every opposition. And the good thing is, like you did note earlier on, you said you can't seem to find any weaknesses in this Italian team. We've watched other teams in this competition, and the French team as well. We've seen that when teams pack the balls, basically, they find it very difficult to break down teams. But for the Italians, from the goalkeeping area to the defense to the midfield to the attack, they can seem to just roll out another 11.
They even threw on Sirigu. Don't complain.
Let's hope they don't get overconfident and complacent.
I mean, for Mega like Mancini, I do not think so.
Let's quickly move on now, because we have to go very fast from here. Today's match is Netherlands against North Macedonia. Netherlands have already won the group, so nothing much to see there. But there's a winner-takes-all contest between Ukraine and Austria. I think I should ask Buddy this question. So does Ukraine will win this group and start the competition? But given what we've seen in this tournament, I think for me, I've been more impressed with the Ukrainians. Actually, far more impressed with the Ukrainians compared to the Austrians. And I think for me, they will go into this one as favourites to get a win against the Austrians today.
Yeah, the problem with Ukraine is this. In the 2 games they've played so far, you realize that they slowly get themselves into games. And if Austria should start better, I think they can take out Ukraine. But
a draw is good enough for Ukraine.
Yeah, a draw is good enough. But like you did note as well, for Austria, have been quite disappointed in their performances so far. The big boys haven't really turned up. But for Ukraine, they know they have a fighting chance to make it through into the round of 16. And based on that fact, I think they're good enough to get a draw in this one.
Ukraine good enough to get a point against Austria, surely, Anthony.
Ukraine good enough to win.
All right. So we'll see how that one goes. And of course, Group B also comes to a climax today. Belgium will play Finland. Belgium already through. You expect them to get the result against Finland, even though we expect that they will make quite a few changes, but they still should have too much for the Finns. The really big one is in Copenhagen, Denmark against Russia. Russia have 3 points, Denmark have 0 points, but the match will be played in Copenhagen, and if Denmark win this one, they will move level on points with the Russians and potentially level on points with Finland as well, assuming Finland don't get anything from Belgium. So Finland, Russia, and Denmark could all finish the group on 3 points, which obviously means the Danes still have a very good opportunity to progress into the round of 16 as the second place team in this group.
Absolutely, and they haven't conceded too many goals. Like the Russians
that's correct.
Belgium.
Goal difference is in their favor, is in Denmark's favor.
Exactly.
So any sort of win today should be good enough to take them through, as long as Belgium beat Finland.
As long as Belgium beat Finland in this match. So I think they'll be going into this one with plenty of aggression. Should I use that word aggression? Plenty of tenacity. The way they played against them, the Belgians, I think they will have that approach against Russia as well today. And the Russians have shown that they're not really all that solid defensively as well. They give away a few chances, and it was just a lack of quality from the finish. That if Finland even got a goal that was chopped off as well in the game against Russia. So I think the Danes have more quality than Finland going forward. They'll be supposing if Mikkel Damsgaard plays as well today, I think he's somebody that is quite exciting for Denmark as well. And I like the players in the wide areas as well. Daniel Vass on one side and Mile on the other side as well. I think they have enough quality, and like you said, it's in Copenhagen, and they might just make it.
All right, very quickly, let's call all 4 matches.
Netherlands to beat North Macedonia by 3-1.
Okay.
Ukraine to win 2-1 against Austria. Belgium to be too strong for Finland 3-0, and then Denmark to Russia 1.
Yeah, very interested in Denmark. I really want them to win. But if we know very quickly.
All right, North Macedonia, Netherlands to win 3-0.
Yeah.
For Ukraine, Austria 1-1.
Okay. Belgium, Finland.
Okay. Belgium 3-0.
Yeah.
And for Russia, Denmark to win 2-0.
All right. Message is coming through on WhatsApp. Good morning. Hello, guys. I would love to be your SunTrust Bank fan of the week. I promise if you pick me, I will not disappoint you. Thank you very much. Oluwatu St. Anthony, by the way, set a very, very high standard on Saturday. So if you know you don't know ball, this one here from AC Bene Uche na Sotonye. He says, Uche from Agboji. Yes, I was going to ask you, Uche, that we haven't got your SunTrust Bank account number, but good thing that you sent us that. I will be getting your cash across to you. Thank you very much for reaching out to us. Good morning. I would like to be the SunTrust Bank of the week. SunTrust Bank fan of the week. You can't possibly be SunTrust Bank of the week. Yeah, thank you very much, Chidebere, from Ikotun. Alexander Smart Ojirigo from Shogun says, I want to be the SunTrust Bank fan of the week. Okay, your name goes into the hat. Olowa Femi Festus from Ebute Metal says, please, I would love to be the SunTrust Bank fan of the week. I am tempted to join Anthony to support Italy for the win. 3 games, 7 goals, and clean sheets, but I will wait to the quarterfinal to make my decision. The way the pretenders like England will be separated from the real contenders like Italy. Great job, guys. Thank you very, very much. We have to take a short break on Road to Wembley with SunTrust Bank. Get a word from our proud sponsors. When we come back, we will move on to the trivia of the week. Remember, you can have your SunTrust Bank account topped up with 2,000 naira if you can find the answer to our trivia of the day. That will be coming up after the break.
Did you enjoy this video? Hit the subscribe button for more, leave a comment and like. Thank you.